for a while there on a real kick about women having female heroes, and holy hell, I disagree wholeheartedly. I looked at the most prized women in history, and I realized that holy shit, they're responsible for all the fucked up shit we get blamed for. Who started the slave trade in the United States? Sir Francis Drake, at the request of Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. All right. She's one of the good ones, actually. She's one of the nice ones. Now, then we've got comic book characters. You know, my heroes, they all exist in real life. Many of them are both hero and villain alike. Depends on how selfish they feel at the time. Wonder Woman. I want you to imagine that every time that something fucked up happened to Superman, he blamed it on women. Anytime anybody ever gets hurt, he blames it on women. Anytime he starts a fight, he blames it on women. Every time he fucks up, he blames it on women. Out of the DC and Marvel universe, there's only one creature that's allowed to be that blatantly sexist, and that is Wonder Woman. Now, in the 1980s, don't get me wrong, I remember watching Wonder Woman. I remember watching The Incredible Hulk. You know what else? I remember how nice they were. The Incredible Hulk in the 1980s TV shows, he wouldn't hurt he wouldn't hurt you or I. He'd hurt the people that are trying to harm us. And Wonder Woman. Oh my God, the 1980s, Wonder Woman was not a sexist bitch in the 1980s. Well, not on TV anyway. But Wonder Woman, especially throughout the comic books, is the most sexist creature in comic books. Out of all of the heroes, all of them, there isn't one that is blatantly sexist like that and gets away with it. Shit, people don't even try arguing with her. They're like, all right, fine, everything's men's fault. You had a bad day, you're right, it's men's fault. People got killed, okay, it's men's fault. You threw a tantrum, you're right, Diane, that's men's fault. All right, sure, they don't all agree like that, but they put up no resistance. No resistance. Not only is she a sexist fucking tyrant who blames the wrong people. See, that's the thing about Wonder Woman. She blames men. My predators have names. Names like Natalie Bollinger. Names like Tim Beeson. Names like Alicia Bollinger. Names like Andrew Witcher and Amy Witcher. Names like Tara Hicks. My predators have names. Names like Scott DaCosta and Waylon Lolatai. Names like Macrae and Thorne. Names like Mark Peterson, Jai Rogers, names like Christopher Kurth, names like Sandy Fromm, names like William Barr. My predators all have names. Their names aren't men. Their names aren't women. Well, you want to blame everything on a white man. The only white man I know is a black woman. Katie Whiteman, another of my predators. Didn't bother to find out what was going on. Just wanted to be a horrible excuse for a human being, as always. If you victimize somebody enough, it means that they deserve it, doesn't it? If you victimize somebody until they have a fucking meltdown, it means that they deserve to be victimized, doesn't it? Someone calling themselves musta does something type butterflies. What about butterflies? You want to talk about the butterfly effect? Life ain't a goddamn movie. Do I have butterflies? You fucking goddamn right I do. If I didn't have butterflies, I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't be trying to get help. Holy shit. Alright, I should probably show y'all how fucking windy it is here right now. It's pretty fucking windy. I'm behind a hedgerow currently, so it's not as windy to me. Now this is about Wonder Woman. This is about one of these heroes for girls. Really, your heroes for girls are man-haters who tell them that it's not their fault, everything's a man's fault. This is the problem that we have with the black community, and especially with BLM. You have taught every black person that they can victimize somebody and then pretend like it's a race crime against them. We've taught girls the same thing. Girls don't have to take no for an answer. We just push it that it's men's fault. Men can't take no for an answer. Men are the reason that your lazy ass is in the situation that you're in. Men are to blame for the fact that you want to lie about them when you don't get your way. Men are to blame when you and your friends fucking stalk a man and make his life a living hell. It's that man's fault, isn't it? No, you blame all men. All men, it's men's fault. You watch too goddamn much Wonder Woman. In the hearts of men. Men. People get fucking sick of cruelty. You get to see who is actually evil through this. Primarily women. Most of the men who are predatory towards me were predatory towards me because women lied and men aren't allowed to defend themselves. That is as simple as it fucking gets. Women in the United States are taught to gang up on a man and destroy his life if they can't take no for an answer, which is most of them. You've taught them that they're pretty princesses, that they don't have to know how to change a tire. That's a man's job. Then you want to type racist and fucking sexist shit. You know how sexist it is for you to say, teach your boys it's never okay to hit girls? Go fuck yourself. Your little girl hits a little boy. She deserves equality. Maybe if he hits her back, she'll realize that it's not fucking nice to hit people. If my son come home from school and says, hey, a girl hit me today, you know what I'd tell him? Tell your teacher. I'm going to call your teacher tonight. I'm going to let them know that is not okay. I'm also going to let you know that you are not to let her hit you again without answering in kind. Someone hits you, you hit them back. Someone tries to kill you, you give them equality. I don't care what the gender is of your assailant. You protect your life. Girls are taught that it is okay to do these things. And no one, I mean no one, deters them from it. Not even the law. The law is very black and white about what right and wrong is. Or rather, it used to be, until every woman wanted to turn into Wonder Woman and blame everything on men. You didn't get what you wanted out of your fucking life? Well, boo fucking who? Neither did we. You didn't get the fucking perfect family that you wanted, the perfect husband who could just snap his fingers and every will and command of yours is fucking served. Are you fucking insane? We work ourselves to fucking death to make you fucking happy. No, it's not to make you happy. It's truly not. That is not fucking possible. We break our backs in the hopes that you will fucking bitch at us less. Not stop bitching. No matter what, you're going to throw your Wonder Woman bullshit at us. You didn't get what you wanted, and it's my penis's fault for not working hard enough. My penis just simply did not do enough for you in its lifetime. My penis didn't go out and work 3 jobs. See, that's what it comes down to. Your expectations come down to my penis. Doesn't matter who the fuck I am as a person or who you are as a person. It's my penis that you blame. My penis. Mine in specific. When you blame men, you are blaming me. If Donald Trump raped you on Epstein Island, you blame Donald Trump. You don't blame men. The fact is, we have taught women to be this way. Taught them. Taught them that this is okay. Taught them that the law doesn't matter, your bias does. The law doesn't matter as long as you tell the right lies. You and your friends can make a man's life hell for over a year, and magically you're the fucking victim. You tell the right lie. Everybody's already had this Wonder Woman bullshit shoved down their throat for as long as I've been alive. You want to tell me about how horrible it was back when you couldn't vote? Okay, what's your bitch now? Why are you still bringing that up? You tell me that I can't bring up something that happened 3 days ago because I'm bringing up the past. I can't bring up something that you did to me 3 days ago without you telling me not to live in the past and then telling me about shit that has not happened in your fucking lifetime. You got to bring up shit from nearly 100 years ago. I wasn't alive 100 years ago, and neither the fuck were you. Oh, that's a valid reason to look away, isn't it? You're telling me about other people's hardships. None of you little bitches have hardships of your own. No matter what you say and what you claim. You don't have any actual hardships. Everything fucked up in your life is your fault. You were abused because you chose to be abused. You were abused because you chose to be there. When a man is assaulted, he is told it's his fault for being there. He shouldn't have been there. He chose the abuse because he existed at that place at that time. We do not put that on women. If a man is assaulted, you tell him he shouldn't have been there. If a woman is raped, do you tell her she shouldn't have been there? No. Because you'd be a horrible person if you did, wouldn't you? It's only okay to victim shame and victim blame males. That's fucking sexism. That's sexism. Straight up. Just like this racist bullshit that BLM is selling. BLM wanted to tell you that they're the most marginalized people in the country. That shows BLM's hierarchy to be racists. Because they're fucking liars. Men. The disabled. The homeless. Former foster children. These people are all far more marginalized than any black person who does not fall within one of those categories. God help a black man who falls into all of them. Oh, you religious people like that, don't you? Give it to God, give it to God, give it to God. That's your excuse to look away from the harm against others. Give it to God. But then you want to persecute Muslims. You want to blame Muslims. You don't want Muslims to force their religion upon you, and they're not. They're not. But you want your religion forced upon them. And you are. You say we need Jesus and prayer back in the schools. You know what? 10,000 fucking schizophrenics in one town is a bad fucking number. What is there, like 3.5 billion Christians in the world? You talking to your imaginary spaceman. And pretending like this imaginary spaceman talks back to you and tells you what to do. There's a name for that. It's called schizophrenia. You think you're an angel or something delivered from the Almighty. That's fucking schizophrenic as shit. But then if we don't play along, then you treat us like shit. That is what Christianity is in this country. It's shaming and blaming. The churches don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about image because they're about profit. Not profits. It's not about prophets like Jesus and Joseph and Isaac and Abraham. It's about failure. It's about cash. Your congregation doesn't fucking like homeless people. You just talk shit about the homeless people and then you throw in a few bucks because you're expected. You see a homeless man on the side of the road, you're just going to drive right on by. Or you're going to shove the Jesus in his face. Jesus this and Jesus that. You know what? My feet are weary and my back fucking hurts. If you're going to give me a ride from Sydney, Nebraska to Chapel, Nebraska, 27 miles, 29 miles, something like that. Depending on if you're going from center of town to center of town or the edge to the edge. Now, if I got to listen to you talk about Jesus the whole time, fine, I'll listen to you talk about Jesus the whole time. You saved my back from hurting, not the Jesus. You made the decision to stop, not the Jesus. Plenty of other people who want to call themselves Christians drove right on by. That's why I got weary legs and a weary back. So I'm going to be thankful for the ride. But that doesn't mean I owe it to you to believe the way that you yacked at me the whole ride. If you get starting in on that Muslim hating, I may have you drop me off on the side of the road. Your hate mongering ain't tolerated here. Your anti-Muslim rhetoric don't fly here. Your anti-white bullshit doesn't fly here. Your anti-black bullshit doesn't fly here. Either the victims work together or they get nothing. A lot of y'all don't have to go through it, so you have the luxury of looking the other way and pretending it's not happening. But I'm going to tell you straight up, there's a difference between girl power and man bashing. There's a difference between sticking together to protect yourselves from monsters and gang stalking an innocent man like a bunch of monsters. A woman pretends that she is being harmed, and you will help her to turn that man in as if he is the devil himself. But if a man is being repeatedly harmed over slander and you won't even look, that really shows your content and character. If you know that what's being claimed is a goddamn lie, and you don't come forward, and an innocent person is being harmed because you are too much of a coward to come forward, don't ask for sympathy. Don't beat on a man and expect him to just take it. And if you're gonna fucking harm men, then you can very well take the punishment you're dishing out. No, you can't. That's why you go whining to others after you fuck up. After you make somebody's life a living hell, you want to go play fucking victim like you never did anything wrong. And then more people harm that man, and you still don't give a shit. It's all about you, isn't it? Always. None of my friends cared about me. They cared about themselves. They cared about their words. They cared about what other people thought. And they cared to treat me like I'm a goddamn retard. Well, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm not into Wonder Woman. When I was looking that up, I went, you know what? That's a really bad fucking example, and I shouldn't have used it. When I was saying that, yes, absolutely, girl power, Wonder Woman. And then I realized what a fucking mistake that was. No, absolutely not. Wonder Woman is nobody to model yourself after. None of these comic book heroes are. You know, they have the same representation as Jesus. You can only do it if you got superpowers or X-ray vision, huh? Jesus could do it. Superman could do it. Captain America could do it. Iron Man could do it. But you're not any of those people, so you can't do it. Really. You can't speak up because you're not immortal. You're gonna die. Every one of you are gonna die. All of you. Guess what? I'm gonna die too. We are all going to fucking die. That is a fact. It's not a guess. There ain't no guessing when it comes to death. It is inevitable. Now, the more you teach these girls to be selfish and sexist, the worse it's going to be for future generations. I will not tolerate that. I will speak up now when it could make a difference. I'm not the only autistic person who's ever been born. I'm not the only male who's ever been born. And the things that have happened to me inevitably are going to happen to more people like me. Because you don't give a shit. Your pretty fucking words to me about you caring, yeah, those are pretty words. Your actions showed that you didn't. None of you gave a fuck. When you respect me enough to lie at me repeatedly, you don't respect me. When you want to tell me that I deserve the abuse because I spoke up about it, you're showing exactly what a pile of trash you are. I stick up for women's rights and men's rights. But there are things I care a lot more about than whether or not you get a coat hanger shoved up there to yank out another life. I have friends and family members that I know who are fucking dead, fully developed human beings. Their lives cut short because you guys don't give a fuck about the living. You care about aborted fetuses, and that is all. I've never paid for an abortion because I've never gotten anybody pregnant. I've had sex twice. While you pretend that I'm some sort of a fucking pervert because penis. I must be guilty because penis. Y'all are sick. Wonder Woman ain't no kind of role model. All these superheroes are incredibly fucking violent. Holy shit. Everything that they do, they deal with violence. The Incredible Hulk, violent. Thor, violent. Wonder Woman, violent. Superman, violent. Batman, violent. All our superheroes are fucking violent. Well, what about our heroes in real life? You guys egged on the officers who harmed me. Now many of them are behind bars for killing people because they got a big head. You did that. When you allowed them to get away with doing it to me, you were begging them to do it to someone else. I don't have any respect for a victim that won't turn their predator in, and here is why. Because you're allowing that predator to go free to hurt more people, and that is not fucking okay. No matter what your cowardly goddamn excuse it is. When predators get away, it's your fault. A lot of y'all, you say, hey, nobody will help me. I'll fucking help you. You need to make a phone call? Let's make a phone call. You need to fill me in on some details first? All right. Fill me in on the details first. You got evidence? Send the evidence. We'll turn it in together. What I'm dealing with isn't people working together. It's them all assuming I'm retarded. And if they talk over me like I'm fucking retarded and give me absolutely no fucking respect while claiming that they care about me, no, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Wonder Woman's a bad guy. She's a villain. She's a Nazi. She does the same thing that the Nazis did with the Jews. And with the homeless. With the disabled and with black people. Wonder Woman blames all men. She assigns her gender role based on her hatred of men. while being an incredibly ultra-violent person. She blames men. It's men's fault that she's violent. Alright. There's no men on the goddamn island, you fucking twat.